Dina ye enka. Ewa wadom ni wahuma bronte arope ye peja ye nia. Ye boye mu ase edema. Utumi so. Na wo ye kese ukoso adi hene. Ewo soro ni asase kese ye yiso. Arope wunshira na adom ye me abedrum pempenso atise. Se ye da wase ya na ye nim de wa ye nti ya ye da wase.
Onua FM 95.1.
Onua 95.1 FM.
Father, we thank you. Na arope be sorry ya me bana make kind Romans 8:37. Na eradi aseme yes, in all things we are more than conquerors. Wakonu yase nyina so yesin kunimdefo. Through the Lord Christ who loved us. Esan se nyame edo yenti. Na wogusu awodo yenti. In all things we are more than conquerors. Ade bia wo ye nkunimdefo. Esan se nyame do. Na ne trimu ponyina no ene se de wo ye bia ne besi wo ye na si wo kra ye. Enti se wo sa gidie we ya. At no point in time necessary bemubuo. Eye a matter of concern. Look, edru baby a yenim se ye nipa ya bemu bebu. Edru baby a promise and fail until ya bemu bebu. Edru baby a womu a yede ye ni eto womu so womu ne ye ni womu niema bi a womu ye nti ya bemu bebu.
Onua FM 95.1.
But the word of God that will pay Emma what yes, sir. In all things, count it all joy, simply because you are a conqueror. Do not be overwhelmed by your challenges of the day. I don't pay. Mokodana, the enra what they call would die. Argentina, that was soon tia and they. Ama when you cry, you will be as you know. Yes, that's how tears here. They say, in all things, you are a conqueror. At the end, you know, we am kunim diffo. It's answer Christ to do. I don't pay. My way, and you won't cry in such some cassia. We did two and
95.1.
Now, one no yen na hindi dana betri so a wose e woni mremu no woye mane yefe e woni mrepamu no at the appointed time he made everything beautiful and afa e sign Christ a wo hye dinti metimi ya de nyina I don't pese me we radia awo mama hoden ye tu anamon sronko wa brabo akwantwa yi mu a why ni nipa wo se obebu mabem why ni nipa wo se obesai me why ni nipa wono de o se me make a step he will never allow me to progress and obey ensure say I don't get to my destination. It's a lie enye no kre Sadia no nyan sunsuanso wo abrabo so at the time woni gidie e we awurade asem. Do not be worried of your circumstances, your financial challenges. I don't just stay focused. The wani siso a wo pese wo ye no eno na abusuam wani siso the si wani so a wo pese wo achieve no by the end of the year no You still have about 4 months to go. There were no back at you say, are you too late? It is never true. Within a day, within a circumstance, wobɛbɔ w'ani a wobɛte no na nneɛma ne bebree naa no na asesa. But it is only because ɛnyɛ hɔ ɛmmaa mu because one kasa wo gyidie a wode professor saa adeɛ no wo gyidie no wɔ fam. Adɔpɛ, may the Lord bless you. Baby a wonam ne baby a wote me ne biara no. Awurade no mo na wɔmmoa na wɔnhyira kosi sɛ wobɛyɛ kɛseɛ. Wɔnte n'anim nkyerɛ wo ɛwɔ wo nkɔyɛ ne wo mayɛ nyinaa mu. And it doesn't matter wherever you find yourself. I don't pay say what your office now would hear me. Say would hear me what trotro, say would hear me what taxi mo, say would hear me in your private car. Would hear me a war, Uber mo, Yango mo, boat mo. It doesn't matter, baby. I walk out na akope one way bianiano pay. Whether you are in an air-conditioned environment, and now we are kete ya boy and also na wukojina. Eradi nim dientia anope wakan yatiasifo no wode woka. First no nanka ye ba adwuma se ya. Sika ne ye ho ya sori anopa bibia ne ye ho. In fact, ye wode be yi chop money ofie kra na problem. Enkwala ni bebie school. I bet Danny adwendwen. I don't think about tomorrow. Because what China crown is not guaranteed. Tie. Frisabri nonso aboy. Ekosi se nonsi abebo. The next 5 hours unim die besi. Take it one step at a time. Tutu wadnamo no mako and begin to count your blessings. And be appreciative of what the Lord has done. The Radia yen muani so. Najitu muse no matter mani hunu challenges biya minemu biya. Radia yebi. Na wo hwe akurase pa ye wo wa. Enti susu ampa se nanka wo ani da so bi mpo se emre bi beba wo bedru nkran hampo anya ba bi di utia to ana. Many people are like you. Womo ban cry no womo enye obi kura mana nso ni mu. Wada bridges ase. Na sa nipa no kura wadi daso. How much more wa wo ye comfortable a wunya ba bi di uti to enro anajo. Ebesi anope. Enti yabadi ye ni say aya na wonti ase. We profess our faith. We proclaim it. We show appreciation for baby Radidi
95.1.
And ye nimpas of because why ye kese. Regardless of the walker wa ye chi and komo wudi wa ye chi say ya wo say ye nyina ne ye nim say Radi be ya de foforo. E Radi shramia o mebisa. Anope wa wote trotro nim no the next passenger na wote wo nchen pepepe no. Wono e Radi shra wa wo mbisa no. Enti mani problem ne meye problem. E mani nsusu ye emeye wo haw. At the appointed time, say Radim Rediswa, where your money ye fedodo. I don't pay the woko ye beer. E would drama in so, Yamin Shrow, wanting any munchel, one yo cassia, one mawaku could draw bet me the nanti. Ewa braboimu, ope contract to be, and Rawuko meetings are so amfa. In fact, a fain I will pay Jumakra.
FM 95.1.
Unia 95.1 FM.
I don't pay Yamin Shrow. Oh, sorry, I don't pay. Encotier baby, I ye did it. Encotier baby, I ye dear tep. Encotier baby, and Kikamuni and Simhunkwa. Tie baby, you get the substance. We help you grow your faith. Now, we are all the necessary information and education that we hearing in our account. I don't pay. God bless you. I didn't tell anyone show. One more ye could draw home. Now, what they are dancing, dear Radia suffer. Just say amen.
Unia 95.1 FM.
Now, who job bless, no one curses. And your mobile be a Nkosiaga, no bagawai.
95.1.
I don't pay your mentally the one chum. I mean, cheer me trotro drivers in the gida. Na menchia my mate if what they were passenger for you. Let's do this one.
Unia 95.1 FM. Cinema.
I am your speaker, right?
See, I'm an overcomer. I say, yes, wedding Kunim.
Yes, wedding Kunim. Ghana Hagina speakers in Mudu Pedawaha. Now, what do you mean? San so come who ananka ye.
See, I'm an overcomer. I'm an overcomer.
You speaker of the Ghanaian Airwaves, Speaker of Parliament. And I will speak a year would see you from
95.1 FM.
Now, you mean saying you now, so you're what deeper. You can decide your destiny. Jesse Martin.
Kwame Appiah Kubi.
Yes, sir. Now, as I say,
radio must speak. I will be here for you.
I'll be right fine there.
I will be here for you.
I said, a dinner bar, you know, say home crocona and the bow. I said, yes, I see the dark crowd of piety to say, yeah, that. The colleagues have no mere man as a free never speaker. Ghana speaker. No, I won't want a kind of crap. One more can you interesting one.
And yeah, it was a very prophetic.
And a buy and so on, a speaker of Parliament firms at Nakracha, and not this speaker, I am seeing me. I Ghana for now, and they are to me.
Okay.
I know no IG to Namsi. Oh, dear, enemy, dear, the crown. It's a difference or more. Oh, dear, right honorable, right? me the honorable no cry me mpe e speaker na
right no cry no
intimidate Mr. no be so na no ano
Unia 95.1 FM.
Over Satan power.
but BBI fine there
BBI fine
BBI come on
BBI ko ye
and run so much mo home na pa
yeah no
said the any mo ya adwuma mo ha adwin ni
a few issues here and there but
mo ha adwin too much abina no wa enfa
oba anya ya titi system ne pa
sa
if wa frɛ me a
wo munya ne anyi adwuma wo munya ye adwuma
ya no wato mbo ama if ndi no because of a year you need to know into no bibia ni a no person ye na extra careful you know is it for bibia ni a no person ye extra careful
on asem de agents am apomo ho na unya asem ho de say
on pass ma unja radio manager
na ha de wa ha de ana nkrofo ho so asem ne kan de den abenya asem den asem ne de o ye den beba
Mr. Speaker, only must be.
I did that see.
You man, I'm information. Be say, you were hey, say Scooby ni pa boni ni pa.
DJ
Scooby ni pa.
Sa. Yani ni ti hey
ni. Scooby birthday.
Oh, and right the birthday.
Aye.
Ano wanka.
Chose. Mi nim ni nti awanka. Say enwa na mi nim say. Anya na ofi youth no ana.
Only FM.
Is only youth ni. Oni. Ah, we free. Now he school be about you say as just so free.
Adunu nyina bem.
Oni.
Oh.
Ti no mi DJ birthday.
Anya ni birthday.
Ano wanka.
Nti anyumen na me hu say
na abrantia wasi so na wo fadi adwuma wo yi nso ye professional yi pa ye kama pa na wo ko fadi as Scooby Doo so no a
ya wo so na ta hwe cartoons so one the Scooby o young kakra because so o the Scooby Doo na tune hu din dia na cho say na so young kakra
agency o I see
ai ba queen Bakayoko de ono unze Matisse those time na 1980s more na your Mali player be na friend Bakayoko
I know no fire
no a goalkeeper
Only FM.
Na nampe do mo ha life you wabwa
say Scooby mu na bo ama piano no
and today no your birthday okay belated birthday to you God bless you. I don't pay a action. Why?
Ya nini wa he nyina wanka.
Eni wa he nyina say yi omo laboni ni cantonment yi say wa he ya. Honzo na ya ko.
Angewe tim na o.
Ebetim do afa ho na wa
ye ni na fa wa kaka.
And then say he.
So no coffee there.
Nkachi.
Ozi. Ange me coffee shop.
Akwa ye di pa body for. Okoma Scooby tea.
Oh, speaker.
No, Tanum tea.
As members of the community already, man.
Anyway, members
now the Bengo are not can kind.
But that was
one coffee, kaka. Now it's me, I can kind your man. It's an India. Since Scooby is one than ex official member.
Of the community. Nah. We said no me ko baby say me ko didi ni ade na bi so abrofo duane be na mo wa
sane no
omzio fufu mutu na starch nso ki
edi
asem kreni mo duane amudi nyina ye starch mo wi nso amose mema isisi mu nya den ni ade
say starch ni de nya
say de mo ha mema na nya kra
no tea na ade
didi kakra bi abrantie abrantia wo school sem wo so de odidi kakra
so person ye so kakra na bia wa pesha wa makakra bi now they are parity no ho ana the tini biscuit here no ya na obinya issue Supreme Court tini biscuit there no etadi nko nya issue Supreme Court me encha rojo meso no ono ko num tini biscuit ma ho asamba but you know nti no pesha ama kakra na the parity no ho we are person here na je the bia mo bia na loaded fries na so benku ne fufuo ne
abetie ne doso
starch
ye nyina ye duane abate doso di nipa kra de nka ho a Uja starch ni di kakrabo so be 1 week na mu aye ha.
Oh.
Na chesa aboa opa.
Aye.
Mo de bia mu aye dudu sa.
De bia.
Because on to me kan kwa akro ntimi.
Ntimi. Hey, me want to bring me na mitimi on.
They say
to bring me na woni di say.
Does it?
We meant to be not this.
Odidi.
Oh, I'm not doing too much. Does it? A man who should be hard and pa.
Ne man on answer said, "Don't see we be a pa."
Open the gate here. Oba no bet na so be beer bottles to who be a fire.
Said don't see we be.
We are one document 7 cities there na ba no.
A
man di edi pa. Oba ultimately document 7 cities. A bit me dim you no kra. Girl we am in no newsroom. Ahaya newsroom. O di document 7 cities dey me no. We are what you will leg so. Yeah, moody so dim no. Wani ba be kontokwa.
Oba de eti de so ye raba. Ko ba bia aya na sa de ne ye me fe pa.
So bia did not buy so
local restaurant na oba na kan na ya to so na oba wa chere class kakra. So won nye aduane ni bebre. The was I don't really feel good about this. No so come di no.
Come di no pa so na how now wo check
class ka wo check no kakra. Ba esa na say fe pa so
you are the boys you did dokun so di mu.
Say you know you are it doesn't taste good. Wa ma koya ko boka say it doesn't taste good. Aye. Muni ama mo ye okrom ha de
enkoyi
emfa
hi
jajamu
ayeye o me yanwene ho
ahanyo adobe ahanyo wawe ba bibia e fine
bibia koye
bibia come out
and August 19. So and then the chief executive of the Gold Board, they were called the accountability
and then no be called accountability series. Oh, any other pay we mu nyina metie no pa.
Yeah. Me will go back
before I remember go so no ma yenchia the community of reading men.
Yes,
na yenchia Ghana fo nyina no pay. Mo amuti otrotro mo amuti in your private cars. We are so grateful for allowing us into your spaces. God bless you. Kwame yenchia jo ulumano so. Man in the my intel e won kran ha nyina. One ma de adue na je so already adwuma na wo ye ne nkosi aga. Enti yenchia yamba na do pay yenchia chief patron. The president and the vice and the executives aka nyina jo ulumano. Adope yechia mu nyina na community men nso yenchia wo mo. I said no. Community for the fray ya na ase nkomo ya ekosu ni ntokwa ya ekosu ase moni ni akire ni ade na ase ntokwa ben ya afenyo ma keni ayi na mso community no ye na edi sa nkomo no 1 month ni afi na we no wabesum na wuhuru ho na ya emfa hi
na minority no money serious nkatamwa yes the fear to so mu no
so start say ye di Gold Board ehun nkomo ye ne afi na
momentum apeke enye afi na mba be ya mbeso mo atwa parliament call recess afi na mba be
afi na mba didi
ka we mu raise on the floor of parliament
IMF no cry no at the report in the buy. This is about the 3rd week.
Yeah, I think it was first weekend. Yeah, about on 3rd August.
Right? So this is about the 3rd week.
Yeah, this is the 3rd week.
And Tiafe na moye who did it. Said then Gold Board aboka. $1.7 billion.
What do you want to say?
Oh, exchange here. 22 billion Ghana cedis. In terms of the solution here there.
Into no. The
solution number.
The solution in
FM 95.1.
Minority num professor solution be minority leader.
I no more solution here.
I think young Fabi be am I.
How many solution?
Enti dede be and say you can
equalization na no more here. Say equalization say almost no more feel say ya wa be mo de bi here enti na yes we de bi here. Equalization na no go so here.
Magana for ntiase I had there wo yes ade na yen so. What's about the bia wo kana fi na me no ya adwen pa. And I believe it this time round more than any other time. Say ye di o mine share wo mo nsa no.
Omo hu here.
Mo hu o mine bu. Ye di o mine mam for 8 years. Mo di ye bibia basa. And a Ghana for pamumu. Regardless of that, and no interest BBC, don't talk about it. You always have your say. But Momaya Sunko Didie. Especially so because Sami Jemfinsu ye youth. Ye dia memoni champagne for inside Mobua say Modi call IMF in 2022-2023, right? And amokoji $3 billion.
Yeah.
$3 billion no na as a country. Yeah, the 3 years and a bit to $3 billion no. Yeah, make cannot yes. A certain young man called Sami Jemfi. At the 1 year, I generated $10.9 billion, approximately $11 billion at the amount this country. Right? We don't encourage the losses because Obega say good who jadi. Then auto good now cotton good our boka.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, as part of the operation chain, no, auto gold to the tune of $11 billion, right? Now, when your losses of 1% of that total amount, I don't think so realistically, no, out of place.
95.1.
Jamaica cannot hear say. Realistically, I don't think so out of place. And to mind, you share woman sano. Munyaya branch and no. Simple as that. Accountability will be what baby. Sa na mo ye. Yeah, ma will be a chance man me ye sa ni man. Kwame. Mode why you me buy ye kan sem bebre kan wo you me niema ne ade bebre na wo ye kromfo na we ye kromfo jo mahama ye kromfo mo betena so 8 years nipa ba kokra mo ntimi Angelino out of corruption sa dede ni ade no katwe no mo ma ya so nkwa didi politics na mo ye tie it is politics the mo ye ni nyina ye politics a majority minority politics na mo ye right but I'm just telling you the minority this morning say baby, we have a nation to govern. We even have 2 more years ahead of us. And Sanya enter an election year. Eti de doso. Mama o man we yembuni yense ni. Ano pay me bay. Why? My main kind story, no, my main pet story, and I mean kind amount. The domestic debt exchange program, one more year. Coupons are mature as of Enra. Finance Minister Tuyeni na. Jamaica not here say. Pensioners sika moje ya former chief justice so for yakufu mu nyina besu ya mo amfi no Atoforsen is paying it munyai dede no man yemu o man no ne enkoye nim from next year last quarter of next year mu ho kono mu betimi aye mo politics na mo pese mo ye
say and what I'm kind, it's just the whole idea of
equalization. The country needs resort to.
But that's what politicians do. That's what politicians actually do. The country has been full of noise. If you say this government, as you mean, it has been full of noise. I said, will be praying one scandal. Into
the free baby mra.
Omo gavin abano so omo ni nko
ani akwati obi nku ani akwati we na dede ye de oman ahyem nsam mu oman no na dede sa mo so ya no pa bia dede sa
scandal mo ntum bo beba
ame say yemma politician bia anseti agenda mo bia yes IMF no aka. Yes. Yene yatna ha aka.
We're raising
genuine concerns.
Yes, very genuine concerns.
We will discuss this genuinely as a country. Say the modalities. Now, we share the Ghana Trade Report, right? Ghana Statistical Service, editor afibia noa. You are able to trace which sector of our economy right? In terms of productivity, which of our areas are SSA strengthened as a nation, right? And then again, the Ghana Statistical Service, through the trade report, will help you understand how much importation we are doing into our country and how much exportation we are doing as a country. Now we are Statistical Service in a data analysis of the performance of all the sectors of the economy. Jamaica not say, and you find the gold sector. Ni ahwe die free mobile okofa the PIAC report, right? Money is coming from our oil sector, okay? Na wakwakofa the MAFE report 95.1 as of Enrana Junior may kind MAFE for report Kwaya ye diversify your investment portfolios when it comes to minerals in this country. And no common necessity di na country ne ana IMF say mo abokanti die ekosi say. Wo solution wo ho pa na ne say. Respectfully. No pay amunya isa de man.
Njombo kan.
Monto mo boase. Dr. Bawumia has set up a policy committee, right? Multitative committees for all the sectors. Let the committees work, right? Mungada ni nyina.
Sasem gade mo ko no mo ame no benya issue.
What do you say? At least
policy committee. The chairperson of the policy committee is the one who began this conversation.
Ameba.
And then
who gather information?
What even shows that it is not a policy committee initiative.
And the spearhead this idea.
Yes. It's that the chairperson of the policy committee is the one who began this conversation. Yes. I understand upon Nkrumah's concerns. They are very genuine. If they are very similar concerns as every other journalist who deals with data has been raising. And my other colleagues, who are also members of the community of reading men, almost raising very similar concerns. However, now the conversation is getting into realms of politics, even to the extent that people are discussing some bail conditions when MPP comes to power. I mean, well, how did we get here? Let's say omo pentama my nephew
omo adwim no onfeli
sinebe omo ba
omo feli that ombechi no e dey na tum na e dey enti dey
there are concerns the way omo see ton gold no there are concerns ya tena haka the modalities time in omo dey ton ne omo sale principles hedging this animal na ebia omo ntimi enye ni like there are very genuine concerns.
So Kwame pick the IMF report na yemfa the Ghana Gold Board, right? First quarter report for 2026. You see, NPP for no pre womo na utu womo for nso muntie.
First quarter reports in there.
Meba. Oka bibi or radio yiswa. Instead of they taking it in good faith, right? Na womo nyo omo nhihye ye no oka muntie. Last week, me catch omo say, dede na womo ye bebrebe no. They end up making noise while they are losing the key focus pointer. As some do more attention crying ekoso. The American not say. Who read this section 42 of the Gold Board Act? Or say every quarter be a Gold Board publish a report. You see 2026 mwin. Ye chatted quarter we.
I feel no publish it first.
Ye Gina Gold Board so afeina the whole year or more publish one report.
Even the
whereas by now kese see ye 3 major reports.
Even the first quarter report no kano. Yatana ha raise concerns with certain things na I was a report in a capture and capture.
Of which ye can we end on IMF. And these are revelations we hear there.
So that is where your
focus no echo.
And yes, will be a year in a mobile.
Look, Gold Board no. An act of parliament and establish a Gold Board. And the Gold Board ne no ayemra kwan so ne this say, right? Good. Gold Board no ne mandate ne say. Ne mandate ne so beto good. No regulate Ghana's gold sector. Simplicity. Right? He is to ensure say obekabo the smuggling of gold out of our country. Now in doing so, some mandate here emra kwan so there say Gold Board insano. Me I have every and run me ne lawyer bin up. Right? And I will be something. You see, a lot of people cry no anti Gold Board modalities ni operations no asset. But one more take conversation no minority can say, majority can say nah. We will not fall into your politics. Now, yati Gold Board no. The entire yati Gold Board ne say one. O mining yina wa dream po bi say. Baby o mine we ne chichire ne nhihye especially eba no man ni sika sema yaba bedru no esese Ghana yetimi nya mfaso bebre ewo ye gold a yetu so right enti sa adwen ne baaye under the previous government the new patriotic party Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo aban no through Dr. Bawumia ana omo ye omo adwen se ye beye bibia ye frɛ no domestic gold purchase program right enti yenia ye gold a ye tu wɔ Ghana ha no aban ye na dwen sɛ afei ɔno a beto gold no now aban ye na dwen sɛ obeto gold no botaye nti a na aban pɛ sɛ ɔtɔ Ghana gold no ɛyɛ mienu sɛ miensa pɛ under the New Patriotic Party regime deɛ di kan aban dada na etwa mu no ye na dwen sɛ de wa na ɔman ni mu ɛyɛ din free 2021 eba na nimu ni nyinaa no na enema ye basa ɔman ni sikasɛm so aye basa enti we needed genuine means ye betimi dia generate some level of revenue e dia mo ɔman ya e betimi aboa mo ye sikasɛm ho hyehyɛ ne ntotoye na koye so aban ni decide say yenye bibi e friend domestic gold purchase program now yenkoto Ghana gold na ye tu ha no de di kan ye to gold na ye see gold for reserve right enti ye to gold no na ye di gold ni bi asie e Bank of Ghana na fe Bank of Ghana edrumre mu odin a Bank of Ghana be hia se obepe dollars e de abo man yi mu a Bank of Ghana no betimi ahwe ye reserve e wo ho right the reserve accumulation na we decide say okay say ye wo gold dudu say yesie e wo Bank of Ghana enti ye betimi ayi kakra ne yaton e wo wiase dwaman so na ye de no na kɔgye dollar ne ye de aba system nim se dollar bebre ba system nim a what it means is that adwadifo a ekwa brochire ekokra ne ma de ba Ghana no omo pe dollar to e de akokra omo ne ma ba omo benya bi because there is enough circulation of dollar in the system now the ma dollar no ekosro chen Ghana yesika ye di no cedi no is because of the fact that anytime a dollar no scarce in our system, right? Wudidra, ebia woko China kwan so kofa niema, woko Turkey ekofa niema, right? Woko Turkey a untimi mfa cedi no nkoto ade wo. Enti definitely, usike ekura wa wudi kodidra na wudi kofa niema free Ghana, wudi kofa niema free China, ana Turkey aba Ghana no wabeton no. Esese wo sesa wo cedi no into dollar. Right? And that is where it becomes very important. Say dollar na e what system ni munu swa. Na nipa dodo na nso per dollar di akoyo mo adwuma. It becomes a problem. E ba ne sa na dollar no ne bo no e kosro. And debia no na e weaken ye currency. Enti abandada na dwimo no. Yento gold no, ye to gold na yemfa bi nsie e wo Bank of Ghana. Edumre mu ode ne ye per forex exchange ana ye per foreign exchange. Near per dollar the buy system ni madwadifo anya bi banks anya bi dia ye omo adwuma ne ade omo ya right near ton ye gold bi near dia kofa. But at every point in time it was say ye were over 3 months of reserve right e wo Bank of Ghana e no na botaye edikan aban ni wie no say yetimi ye domestic gold purchase program ni yie na ye to ye nia ye gold no edisie year right. In 2022-2023, ne fuel no ne bo no kwa na ekosro. Mind you, fuel yinso the finished product ukọ filling station anu wakoto de agu car mu no. Ni nyina ye kra na ye de ba Ghana. Ana se wo kwakokra ye obibi e friend BDCs. BDCs ni ye companies a Ghana ban ama wo mo license o mutimi kra fuel. E di fra brochire e de ba Ghana. Womo ba to ewo tank farms bust ewo tank farms womo di kogum na afei okwa no akọ lift ni ade now sanfo wo ya ye bekwa kokra de aba oman yi mu nyina no eno nso na ye dollar na bia na ye de kokra de ba enti abaye na dwen say okay se ye pese ye keep your reserves ye de gold na ye to ni bisia ene se ye nya gold no ne duduo mu de a ye betimi aka say okay yenko Arabfo de ho UAE na yekɔ Arabfo no ho a wɔn de wɔn wɔ petrol no ne diesel ne dodo mu pa right refined product na yekɔ akɔtɔ de aba Ghana no yɛne wɔn nkɔ agreement ne yɛnka nkyerɛ wɔn sɛ okay mukura oil yɛnso yɛkura gold enti yɛpɛ oil dodo sei momma yɛ oil dodo sei Muma ye oil duduo say ya the gold ne betua moka instead of say ye the dollars ne beden ye the betua moka no ye the gold and the betua moka simplicity because gold no so a valuable asset a ewiase nyina no nim say a precious mineral a mineral a esombu ye And in fact, when you go to hodom now the dollar to her will be able for good, right? And to that arrangement, and also a buy, and your car's okay. And you gold for oil program. So gold for oil program no a buy. And I say gold for reserve and so yeah, a buy
95.1.
good. Anna a buy no that any time no. A buy juma eku no yes adie no. A PMMC. Precious Minerals and Marketing Company. Woman 1 mandate to say gold no. Ube exporting gold the free Ghana. Edi akwa brochire baby a woman e be testi. Who say gold no wo exporting no the quality no ye say character e wom ye say right no one making sure say meet the international market standard enti womo adwuma no womo yen until say abide the domestic gold purchase program ne buy ya womo san de sa 2 minima PMMC say genzi womo na enko round to the miners na womo to gold no on behalf of Bank of Ghana right enti the financial model ekwanya PMMC ni ma wo mu sika ma wo mu to gold no right and it's a Bank of Ghana ne money sika right government through the Bank of Ghana or ma PMMC ni sika na wato gold no na the SSA call reserve no or the akọ at any point in time the SSA buying so the to oil de ba no the ato no the aba and this is the basics of program are your friend domestic gold program, right? Domestic gold purchase program. Now, Yabeko 2024, about one. Anna, NDC, any President Mahama, a proposee bibi say, Wamu ba, the Omobe any say, one beti, Appiah Kubi are your friend gold board, right? Now, what would say, no, sending so not yes, say. Domestic gold purchase program, President Akufo-Addo buying in the buy. Right? President Mahama buy ye. The wamu ye a continuation of the Abidadani eden. No. But make sure the difference are a what gold board. Any PMMC DNA no mu yenim. Right? Now, under the PMMC, Juma na wo ya wo to go Dema Bank of Ghana near the end. And no, na ye ne a straight law biya ebeka say. Uye miner, and now you be a mines. Na utu gold we are ton gold ni nyina farmer PMMC. Na ne hosa, right? And she say obi a miner. Na otu ni gold we are. Onwa ne kope ne buyer ewa brochire. Na wa export gold no de ko. Right? And she opese oton de magana ban so ano aton obi de ama PMMC but the aka no se opese o export e de kwa brochire ba bia ono ankasa e pe foreign investors na wa export e de ne de ayen e de amom off takers na wo mo agi gold no efei eno no kra no esisa no ana yetena ase ne ye realize say debi gold no ye di gold hu dwa wo Ghana ha pa. But say abine ye say or tracking gold exporter gold that every or mine mu nyina ko ba bi foforo na wodi nani di a kire said ye be ya e ba ne say abine gege ne tax kra through that particular trading activity obetimi agege ne tax e dey free companies say to gold that wo exporting no kra na then we come to the realization say Genzi a lot of the miners kra no smuggle gold no wabra abine kra hu say wo mo ayeden wo smuggle enti womo to gold na wie no womo pe kwan bi so di gold ni free o mining wabra aban ti min track say gold no free o mining but wo be ko Dubai no yesi afi mu nyina no Ghana for gold pa na Dubai for ye den etoye in terms of large quantities and dodo nan so a na womo smuggle gold no enye the large mining firms enye Newmont money ade na na yesa na ye small scale miners ni na ye den a smuggle gold out of the country. Now, in 2024, over $11 billion worth of gold, according to the IMF report, and a smuggle at the free Ghana. So imagine say, $11 billion now ye smuggle Sikano Antina Ghana ha ye dini nyina akọ ye. Aban so kwantimi antresi anye to papa bia wo so no. Right? Imagine say saa sika no na nka wa economy nim as of 2024. There was no need say nka beko IMF akobo bosia $3 billion. Right? And 2024 ye beko abatoɔ ne so. Na political parties ne presidential candidates no obia de nani so ade hunu ye den eba through their manifesto. NDC ka say wono no ba te said ye yati gold board ye friend is saying cocoa board, right? Ghana ha cocoa board nkoa na mrama ne kwan say obetimi export Ghana cocoa e de free Ghana ha kwa abrochi no yenye a similar thing ye be regulate gold sector ni nyina na yenhwe say womo a smuggle gold no e de free Ghana ha koton no abrochi no ye besi saa ne mani nyina no kwan enti 2025 January 7 you swear in President Mahama Pe. The first thing I buy way here, they say, we put it together, a working committee, and now we appointed Sami Jemfi as the acting chief executive officer for Ghana Gold Board. Now, I feel so finance minister, together with the governor of the Bank of Ghana, any other committee members, say, woman tenasi, na woman shembra, I bebwa yemi ati Gold Board. Ana mpanyimfo yi nyina tena se no mo hyehyemra ana fe gold board no yate na abeded. Now gold board yi am make sure say in the last 1 year obia no ho betimi asmogel gold e de free Ghana sase so wabra ban nim. In fact the law no a criminal offense kra say obefa gold aton de amabroni. Okay? And to say wo ye minor u gold a wo tu nyina no ese se wo ton de Ghana ban through the gold board. Right? Eti kwan bena gold board no efa soto gold no. Gold board no ewo de efe no licensing regime. Ewo mra na yesese ya yedeti gold board nim, right? Eti gold board ne se wa wudi gold hu dwa bia no esese ye license o. Aban dada ne de na no ye no. Na ye license gold mine bia. Obi a oto gold a wa bia ni office oto gold bia no. Na ye man license. Right? So NDC came and regulated that sector by saying, say, so far as we Gen Z, now we be office, a register company, I also company no gold now we to turn on kwade, as a say license. And the Oko Gold Board Act the more. You were tier 1 license, you were tier 2 license, you were aggregator licenses, you were your friend is self-financing aggregator licenses, right? Aggregator AOBia. Say Ghana buying through the Bank of Ghana. What the Sikama Gold Board say Gold Board Jessica way 10,000 Ghana cedis. Fakoto gold bra. Esan say Gold Board na nkasen simu pampan. Emfa workers to gold ninti, right? Gold Board no amman crofobia ye from aggregators. One more license. Na before Gold Board no crade license the bema as aggregator no. As I say we show say wo financials as a company what they apply for aggregator license no are very strong. And gold board no sika no or the ma aggregator, right? Say Scooby, what I mean say why you go the jumache e ba no gold hu dwade a wo musua hunu ani nyansa. And gold board nene wo ye adwuma ya ma license but ye ma 5 million Ghana cedis. 5 million Ghana cedis no fakoto gold bre. What the gold ne ba make sure say 5 million Ghana cedis ni de ma wo no ehun gold pepepe na wo de aba. Right? Ana won so wo nkrofo a etototo gold ni de ma wo e wo wase. Sa nkrofo no ye fra wo mo tier 2 license holders. Enti wo mo so no gold board aye den a license wo mo. Sa nkrofo no ebi wo wase krupon, ebi wase nkregwa, ebi wo bogoso, ebi wo takwa. Oko eyi your friend is saying asante mantemu, right? Obuase bekwai Jacobu areas ni nyina no obekwa no ne ya bie gold offices bebre sankofo ni nyina ya license wo mu nyina oba Eastern region ha bebre wo mu eto gold wo Eastern region osi no kwan yi so nyina no they are supposed to be licensed wo mu no gold board no a license wo mu enti wo aggregator the amount 5 million. Wonso woni mu nkrofo ayeden ehye wase na wodi sika no de ayeden e de ama wo mu because wonim obia officer or Tony Gold near day free. Enti wo de mana either say a day and 2 days. As I say sika wo de man no niema wato nyina no. As I saw the niema ni nyina de de e de bre wa wo ya aggregator. Na won so de sa niema ni nyina koma good board. Simplicity ye right? Now fe gold board niji gold ni wia. Watch the Bank of Ghana say, oh, now what you we mu gold do say ni etimi toy. Sika say na mo de ma yen. Right? Enti sika mo de ma ye say yemfa nkoto gold no. Gold do a ye dia benie. Good. Now e hono na Bank of Ghana no be decide say okay. Gold ya mo dia bay no. Ye kipu half of it as our reserve. Na ebi a half na aka no yakoton de akopɛ dollar e de aba system nim. Enti gold board na dwuma wo ye nyina no enie, right? Ana fe gold board no e make sure say smuggling ne ade bia nye den enkoso in the country. Enti wo ye obi a wo to gold a first of all onye license a gold board no wo ho kwan say emra kwan so ba ba chew o chewa obesizi uniema even when yama license na umfamra kwan so nya adwuma esese wo ye no, right? The gold board has every right to confiscate your items. When you are breaching the license regulation, emra wo license near the amount and say wo ho ne mre wo ho no breach here, gold board has every right to come at you. Right? And a gold board emra na sanso ate the friend gold board tribunals. Enti eno ne special court wo 40 gold board mrano as a gold trader na gold buyer e ho ne ye de obekwa kwaka wase na gold board adwuma wo ye nyina ni ana in 2025 gold board say auto gold e generate sika to the tune of $11 billion ana de ma Ghana enti eno ka ho bi ana Ghana se ya ye ka say ye economy no aye stabilize. IMF courage tum say economy no aye stabilize. Right? And afi gold board no so na aboa yen. Ma ye exchange rate ejina ne nine so Ghana cedi ne dollar no ejina ne nine so say. Because ebribia no Bank of Ghana no ono no monetary policy ana ye na dwuma. Bank of Ghana nye na dwuma ne say obekwa akodidwa debi. Eba no fiscal policies. Aban seye afi meye program say me pese me di project weba meye Kumasi Accra Expressway any side you many nyina. So all those things fiscal policies, and those policies no comes from the government through the finance minister. Enti November bia aban reading the budget or announce it the friend of government fiscal programs and policies. Na Bank of Ghana nso nhye ne say ono no monetary policy ho adwuma nko a no ye. Monetary policy no anything. Monetary policy no any say. Bank of Ghana a yete ye nasodie nyina ne say obe make sure say Ghana ye sika ye di a ye friend cedi no. Da bia say cedi no ejina ne nan so. Na ye make sure say cedi ni jina ne nan so a inflation ni ade nyina so wo fom. Right? Na wo wi a wa be announce policy rate. Policy rate no any say se eba ne se ye kwakwakoje bosia bank no commercial banks no ko Bank of Ghana ho na Bank of Ghana ebo wo mo bosia nsi ho esi ho ne yesen, right? Enti se Bank of Ghana nsi ho no wo form de ma banks ne dia ene ye banks ne nso mra emo mo kwan so wo so betimi ate wo mo interest a wo be bosia from ho a wo mo be eje wo no wo be so enkomodi nyina ni simple and titia womo grammar kese ne womo terminologies akese a womo use ni nyina no eno na no prayer breaking it down now baby a esese ye di nkomo ne ebisa ne se gold board ye say gold board no adwuma wo yase last year no, right? Bank of Ghana ne money sika
95.1
no dia to gold no enti jezi womo shase ye no womo say gold board no Bank of Ghana ne money sika. First of all, SSR buying on the Bank of Ghana, any gold board, aye transparent. Ma ye who say this quarter ya ye womi Bank of Ghana ma ye sika dodo say, right? Sika dodo na Bank of Ghana de ma ye no. Who gold dodo say and ye de ye den ye de buy. Now, baby me tia sia. Many opposition ne tia sia kwa adwi mu ne ye say. gold no say gold bi a yetu organa ha yeton bia no by gold board mandate ene ne nhyehyeye no gold board ne decide how much are you beto gold e organa right nanka gold no first no ye de ewiase dwaman so bo ananka eto enti obi oye gold mine bia nim say genzi wasori anopay ukọ world gold marketer and minerals market ne so a gold no ne bo ye say right na de hu esese obi ate ase ne say se wukura gold na wukoton a ebo na nyina faako enti gold ne bo na ye ton wo wiase dwaman so no gold ne bo no esesa in the next 1 minute oba na bia bo no say obeba in the next 2 seconds na ebo na yeden asesa enti ebo ni nyina faako e fluctuate saa eti say the way ye ton oil e wo wiase dwaman so no saa na gold no nso de etie enti se wukura gold a aya wo mo ye bibi e friend hedging wokọ check price no anopai no price ne bo da say abena me share 1 blade of gold ebia ne bo ye 5 Ghana cedis right
95.1
ubetimi aye bibi aye friend hedging ubetimi aka so okay anopai a me check ye 1 blade of gold 5 Ghana cedis enti ma hedge de ye friend no 5 Ghana cedis ne chese me bookies are price no se unya bookies are price now what it means is that se about 5 p.m. na beba beton wu gold na right obana gold de bo akosoro to 10 cedis a unya sa abo no 5 cedi na abeden obeton no se emo 5 p.m. na beba na gold ne bo no eswati aba 3 Ghana cedis a woda so gina 5 na enti de etie ne se unya buki wo price ne de to ho no ma se ebo ne kosoro ana ebo ne so te no enkan wo de baby agina na ogina wo pene saa right but say wo yo obi a wo ye wadwin say okay meto chacha because ebo no it miss at any time enti me de me muki price no me hedge me buy ebo e ho nam de beto na abena wan hwe ni ye e ka wo bebo no because ebi wo ho a sika wo wo de koto free miner ne ho no ebi a wo to gold na boarding and free miner ne ho but wo ba ye no ebo no kra na wo de to free miner ne ho no ebo ne so ate e wo wiase dwaman so enti wo de akiro ne se wo koton gold no at the current price na obeboka de make not yase enti eye area ba ko a eye very very technical a obi a o trade gold bia no must have a better understanding of how gold market no e operate abena ubetimi ato gold e wo wiase nyina wan your calculation here within a moment obeboka even though gold ya de sombo pa
95.1
right good enti ni nyina ka ho bi ana IMF say as part of gold board operations a one year for the whole year 2025 e ka e ba ye 1.7 billion dollars na Ghana ni bisa say e ka no e den e ba ye right enti kwan ni bi e ka ne betimi aba no eno bi na ma ye den ma kire wi assuming say gold board ato gold ni nyina de ama Bank of Ghana person koton gold no and I was okay gold board koton mame na ya hedge your prices ya nye calculations ye right oye den abeboka e kakakra be den ebeba depending on how technical nipa na only the trade no o tie adwuma na se ni dwadie na se
Only FM 95.1
good the last one I make na me die si na bia yakọ phone lines ni so no yese won ya sa de ma we nyina awia IMF said the whole year 2025 gold board ne boka 1.7 billion dollars ora sami jemfin so said there be omomo ka bia right na first last year there a problem ne buy ye ne say Bank of Ghana emma gold board sika na or the gold board need the sika na koto gold right but say e ka bobi koba yes you there be yemfa nche Bank of Ghana no gold board no ne book mu say gold board na boka rather no yemfa nkɔhye Bank of Ghana for books so say wo mu na aboka ɛno no me dwe ho a mente ase because
Onua FM.
abana me boss ne wo wama me sika so je 1,000 Ghana cedis kodi dwa na 1,000 Ghana cedis na wo de ma me se me nkodi dwa me call ye no me ba ye no na maboka 200 cedis o se saa aka na abono mama me ntro wo me book mu se me na maboka na embom saa aka no emra me da wo book so eno ne ade a last year see ya me medwe ho ana me ntiase enti eka bebre na Bank of Ghana ne ball last year ene no pay ya ye ka say Bank of Ghana no ogina negative equity of 93 billion Ghana cedis. Enti Bank of Ghana na nkasa na wo si hosisi ya no esese Ghana ban etwa sika de so ni mu eso na sen a Bank of Ghana ni gina no negative equity of 93 billion Ghana cedis. And okay IMF report ni nyina no a ebema such revelation. So conversation no IMF Bank of Ghana did the financial statement eba I mean Jesse, was it last year or early part of this year, right?
Yeah.
Early part of this year.
Bank of Ghana
Financial statement.
It was middle of this year.
Middle of this year.
Somewhere in
Okay.
March. Yeah.
And what would you financial statement ne buy? Na kojo upon chromaso, aboka to the tune of over 44 to 43 billion, right? 45 billion.
Yeah.
One also said there be ye more kasa na eno na baba dani debate. But I feel say abana say ye transparent to Ghanaians. Gold board near ma wo ye ni bi ho a ese so ye transparent. And I have every issue with it. Right? Sabi ora sami gemfi nka nkyere ye se wonim nyansa chen IMF fo
95.1.
Ehon na problem ni na.
ehona problem ni nyina
That's what
abana
the problem is.
look gold board who ye adwuma no the financial model no first na ye Bank of Ghana na ma osika but losses ekaboba mose Bank of Ghana na emfa nkoshe ni book so gold board ne mpese obeji atum se waye adwuma boka right osi wo enyame na maboka no eye Bank of Ghana losses but Bank of Ghana need the sika mawa not even a loss ba in your line of duty eye normal say ekaboba ye den ebeba
gold board and so
mun checking the mic no na abana de nemba they say the kaka
but sesana
there be emaye
still na
kakra bi o
ayeyo
I said them
Edem.
be we no.
Edem.
Be no. There be ono ne dey. Yeah.
Onua FM.
if
95.1.
I no pay ya o
Muye.
ya if I no pay na me can say sesa kwan na nso na gold board egi sika ne de to gold na fa so ba eno ne de sie praise gold board de omuji to
ene de omojitum
And so you see,
but losses
Eh, what a problem no.
ehona problem na wo he amena woyi sa particular area yi every honoma anka gold board adwuma wo ye nyina ne ye perfect but gold board ne mpese obegia atum se waboka wo baabi a
so you see, as much as cast a minority near MPP for no play politics with it, no. The majority in the gold board near this for no so also play.
Almost who play politics.
Exactly.
You know play politics because me the scam out. Say abena jiska we fa koko digwa. O boka dia say enyem
Enye wo na waboka
na boka eye kwame na boka. In fa so ba dia
wo
say
se wo na mfa so ba wo
abena na dem fa so ba. Aha.
And a menya mfa.
You know the baseline argument should be say let's come to a conclusion and admit say a cow ho.
eka wo ho simple as that
It's your baby saying.
Ya jitu wa sa I told try nyina.
And upon the
especially when abena especially when gold board na adwuma wo ye no eye novel eye de fofora afa ne ye nyina ye de ya gi atum say ye
and I den so ye bo aba so
exactly ana Ghana ni bia wo Ghana bia sese including economists bia in this country agrees to the fact that gold board no amma a lot of respite enti
So you see-
eka ne ba jitum say eka boy
You see,
de aba
the problem near IMF what kind IMF report na. Omo chere kwan a ye sifa so ebo kan.
so ye be call
In
report
fact, what kind of IMF report? Minim so okay. The first report I buy that was the end of third quarter IMF report. No, almost share a car near about na at the time near about $214 million.
exactly and also kasa be
And also to any near about can any near about obi ansum. And at the end of 2025 no, and no na about do $1.7 billion no. And also 214 kan so now 1.7 billion. Obi ansum. Inti ehɔ na ni na but omo kyerɛ kwan a yesi fa so edi ye dwa ma ye bɔ ka no.
Inti sa kwan na.
Abnati wo to ade wom. Me to ade de ma speaker. Ade na me to de ma speaker no. Ebia anopa. Me to na anopa ebia anopa ne price ni ebia 10 cedis.
Me no na speaker.
Ba me chen kakra mani ko du be ye ewia. Ebia price be du be 15.
Ai.
Ene ebia me chen ekodu anwumra.
Ebete.
Aha, nti ebia wo to ade ni fi me ho no. Wo to ne bia 10 cedis. But wo to no wo pentem aton ama speaker. Time a wo kwakoton ama speaker no na ne bo na ba form. Nti wo be boka.
Yeah.
Ehɔ na IMF for esusu say asa ye pray ye ho ton gold no ntem dodo.
And so me so my take is
no operations no the mode of operations no.
And I was a wash
issue wo ho kakra.
And to me dey say abawie enti ya che say aha ne hasinto ho. Jitu mojo.
Na abejatu. Obi anu abejatu.
Una won jintu ma den na the amount sika ne dem praises they wan ka say finance ne koma.
Enti na me no problem kakra with the posture of the government on this thing, cause me share the government spokesperson ne Twitter post on the chief executive of Gold Board appearance to the accountability series, no? And I looked at how he crafted the post and said tomorrow on the government accountability series we puncture the campaign of
5.1.
we puncture the campaign of calumny waged against the transformative Gold Board initiative by the NPP. I mean,
accountability series.
Abena Mayenka Magana Nibia Antiasis.
I said both sides never play politics.
By more, Onyema wo ye different from when you are in opposition.
You are no more in opposition.
You are no more in opposition.
Talk like that.
Don't play politics.
Ghanaians, you know, Ghana Nibia no waka say Gold Board ejuma wo ye. Ghana Nine Kase, just be transparent. Now, Mamin Kain, page 6 of the IMF report, right? Over point 5. Or say the artisanal small scale mining sector, right? This is direct from the IMF report, August 2026. Or say the artisanal small gold mining sector has been present in Ghana for decades, right? Although its share of total production did not exceed 10% until 2004. Artisanal small gold mining sector production grew rapidly in the past 2 decades as the nominal price of gold, right, decoupled and overlooked the large-scale gold mining sector. So what it means is that small-scale mining sector, no, ene galamsey nti yetutu na jejemu gold dodo small scale mining sector no any sika dodo small scale mining sector ne de maye no e chen the large scale mining sector no cry in a year, right? And what it means is that say ye cost small scale mining sector no hu year Ghana benya mfaso more e de free so
95.1.
now Obabaka or see from the large scale production. For the first time in 2025, reports showed that the artisanal small-scale gold mining sector activity is intensifying and spreading to new regions. The term galamsey from gather and sell is often used colloquially to refer to illegal mining, and even if it can sometimes refer to legal artisanal small-scale mining, the country has long faced challenges in formalizing the artisanal small-scale gold mining sector, including gold smuggling. So, one, they mentioned gold smuggling. And the small-scale sector, no, before a gold board, but they said, na enkrofo bebre smuggle gold, no, na on mining yasum fasubia, right? So, smuggling, difficulties in mobilizing fiscal revenue. Say, small-scale mining sector, gold board, yeah, ma. Nanka buying ne kwan papa bia wo fa so di generate sika e wo mining apart from say buying the budget to ana ye be kwakoton ye oil ana ye beton ye gold. These were the major sources of government revenue until say gold board di buy ya abeka ye portfolio ho a ene aban wani da so say den kra gold board ni ton gold ana Bank of Ghana ni ton gold sika bi be free baby a den aba am ye dia say economy. Now obebie mu IMF one amount the analysis or say smuggling of artisanal small-scale gold mining sector production has been a critical problem in Ghana. The smuggling of ASGM gold outside the country estimated at 229 tons of gold. And 229 tons of gold. And ye gold dodua yetime smuggle out of the country. Now, all the real monetary terms are $11.4 billion. And on kwani gold na ye smuggle na fire kon na smuggle and crofo export gold niko but now buying to mean interest cra until say gold board near them buy. They were missing official trade data between 2019 and 2024. In 2023, the discrepancy between export, right? The discrepancy between export reported by the Ghana and import reported by Ghana and the United Arab Emirates was more than $4 billion. And see, these were the things we were dealing with before and saying a gold board no cry ever. Now, abera yetimi ye gold smuggling to the tune of $11.4 billion. Now, and the gold board do buy ye. Say $11.4 billion, no. Atna economy ni mua. I mean, don't we like it? Yeah. But all that we are saying is that wo ye wadwuma na wo ye sa niema ni nyina. Sinto na urban, be transparent about it. Mabibia mu na ho na Ghana ni ntiase. Enti se ye koye ni se oh emfaso ba ye beji ye de ye moka na den wo ye osoro abofo
de kabo bia amem nti hu so adwuma be ya na se de na abeye pa abeka kabo mem na se sintonim
wonye soro abofo amena wonye soro abofo nti den ya no a kabo be den ebeba now na me pe ba bia IMF no atro se kwan ya kabo ne fa so bani gezi won ho na na fa me kosa page
page 8 about it.
So the IMF has even shown kwanya ye to gold na ye faso ye de eboka IMF actually ye and all we need to do as a country no and say IMF actually ye dia say yetimi take steps
sa
na ye de correct sa name
sa pepe
right. And the over paragraph B or say the domestic gold purchase program, right? Now I'm my background. A kwanya Ghana introduce you the domestic gold purchase program. And a kwanya ye first one. I mean, you're making losses no. These things are here. So what is our problem as a country?
I don't even see the problem with this. I don't even see the problem with this. Gold board they journey free losses or making home because to what end that at the end of the day, and one is over anywhere. So if there's what IMF is saying, okay, moving forward, how can we correct this? But so who journey everyone and I said there be a best mistake because when you are doing say, so how not correct it? When didn't to move correct you? So losses never. But losses never so there was a Bank of Ghana and they attributed our losses not to. Which is not the best.
My entire hona yemfa a sports in emra. Yakoba maybe phone lines now. Na onso watimi abe na oni yedi nkomo. Na endra some Kwachimota police station who.
Okay, and ebeti. Yakoba na emeti.
Anti Yakoba.
Na na sanema is
Yakoba mebo amani. Ese beba me report me.
That Kofi Abel.
That Kofi. I saw the brutal. That Kofi that is say.
I don't know. Na ozoe.
Here.
Oh, that's what Maswadi.
Oze.
What's Maswadi?
Oh, the good was so near. I know was some.
I'm not the end of the past my veteran.
Is
a speaker. Catcher and say, Mimi say,
who you met Yami?
Me, you tell me. Oh, yeah, what's not? Edwin on me, only ye.
Sa
Aye.
Na wo ye me chiame na minima adwuma kura me ye
and they say nyansem na so ye kan no
na kwame wo ye me chiame wa se be na minima asem kura na go me go di chiame what be that
yes
na enei enkomo ho
sa ade na asi
kotoko coach na asema waka no me dwene ho amenti ase
then image right asem no
enya image right say no David Obinda ko ne kan
okay
no say enra omoni Lions ball match Trato o mami, mihia. Benito's aquatic record. Or say, Ghana pitches no. Enya papa. No per se Odekotoko team ni bo a possessive based football. But pitches na wo krom ha no.
And more passing.
More. I don't when it is possible.
Oh, tell me,
so there are so many conversations around. And ebi mu bisa say.
And I picture some wine, no.
And you never find command by no. Ebi mu say a GF and also blame me woman.
And I GF
me ba. Oh yeah, command yes have kind of video. Ebi mu so say a football teams nankasa. And I can't want pictures in your papa. And if you must say, I buy no. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, speaking. Near here. Who is supposed to be blamed?
Sports of one it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, which one?
Yes. GFNA si hono. Mo say a buying control biya also. A private association on its own.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. Enti mo ye mu bi na mfaso ba na GFA nafa mebwa
yo mo
dia football association clubs in
the no gold board dey pe
football
mfaso ba na GFA akaba the sports ministry
enti no me hu nyansa bi e wo sa de ni
okay
right the tosum bi no mo call world cup yi ba yi my accounts they actually Ghana for
and the Omoni's finance ministry be meeting
good. Enti na make say e kaba na my
nti pitch na sam no we na ebem say
ball no a GFA aye ne ho say e ma aban fa no ho be ruru abo semu in fact do ho kra be ruru ma fan hwe ni ya na FIFA aban ne right good na
Oman kasa aban to mean support
to boss ene ma mu ye nyina no mu ye bia na mu akwa kosi say ye yi aban sa ye den afri but the ban facilities are ye be developing sports in there e ya aban no good nyansa wo
ubisa ubisa me
nyansa be ne wo sa de ni
okay mean to me
ade a mo sa aban ne control wo so de e de na nyansa wo enti uko UK Premier League. Say clubs in the Bebrina almost stadium
yes, almost most of them.
Jezi meboa.
Yeah.
And no you can buy Nsempa.
No, so it was built by the clubs.
Most of the facilities, about 90%
built by the clubs managed by the clubs.
Yeah.
And we no di entia Kotoko. Expect to say
Kotoko only stadium.
Menka's always stadium. Yeti Kotoko ne hard to foki. E di entia still on bet na ho say.
Good.
Aban na NCS Accra Sports Stadium. And san on baby bi wo ho a omotimi aye.
Accra Sports Stadium is for the government.
It is for the government. Meba. It is for the government.
And
for the purposes of
they rent it.
For the purposes of international tournament near the end. As I say aban only be. Right?
No, it is for the government. The facility.
They make an own team as me see. For the purposes of aban bebo international friendlies ne de akeka aka ho nti ye benya hosting rights near the end facilities no a right for government to own some of them.
Yes, some
right?
of them.
Good.
Okay.
But as I'm here, those facilities no say Kotoko so ku yusu obe renting wo yusu meboa but okokora na eso nye say sika yom de renting nyina omo ye focused and omo gi loan kura so omo de ye akomo azi awie dada.
Okay, and another point.
Right?
Okay.
And as a club, no, they must begin to think for themselves. They should not always depend on buying the baby and son.
That is a good point. Good.
GFA Nankasa must begin to take steps.
Such as
GFA and they say Oshe ye regency. Na oye na dream say GFA no crab bosia.
I see facility.
And I will pay investors, right? See small sports complexes across our change GFA.
GFA your football into the best that obit me is
exactly what
football stadium.
Exactly what I'm saying.
But no means it to be unnecessary to build more than one. Because you can cry if you know a Wembley.
So
it to be unnecessary.
Ghana FA
the stadium is not for the FA. It's the government. Buying property. Your point is something we raise is very important. The second point now we raise is say NPP. Omo existing anaten. Sports complexes, right?
Yes.
And no.
Yes. And no cramo ntimi manage.
AstroTurf in sports complex.
Oh, the AstroTurf 7. You call the complexes now. No one call it for the FA to do something like that. But based on what we are saying, already we have like 10 or 16 built by the government. As it stands now, you name the state of facilities. What I say. So the argument and the question here is that who is supposed to be blamed? Is it the government? Is it the football club? It is the government.
It is the government.
It is the government.
It is the government. I was saying you to Bibia would be senior high school and say Maso. Ma, how big cranny? Let's see be brain. No must answer so you much juju. Enough pope who me I feel to me. Omunina the kind register you pack that me best metomo. Who see o register eduden. Edupa na edi ensuno
Prospectus Ghana and edi inshishe aba and a Ghana Education Service agiatum among kwaleni na eko SHS foforo na nsen de ehu hia se wo be kodwaso wo be school mo hono o trunk o mattress o pillow no chobo
board in common or move di no more twice of power. I'm saying, nay, or maybe a homana mount, no, so I drink to the beer. Go to some day, near the home common be answered to me. So, Ghana players in a movie. I brand thing at Nicholas Opoku, Abdul, a year movement, Sanso, and Nigeria free or Master Club, and pay a bar, Ababe Somo, Ewa, Kumasia Santiago, head coach Eric Tinkler, also Ghana pitches. No, I had to say, ye, a brofuno, pasa. Na ball no bunmu players ne brepa until the possessive based football or pesa Santiago Kobo to say Barcelona no on to me more amani bra ho oda krona ebedi hun komo enra kotoko match o boy no e hun komo e wa hard to vote a confirm so musica na ka o de eye rainy heading no o matua into hard to vote transfer ban ye year from so FIFA de sa ban ni bi ama Karela respond anopay ye den some way na e ba be so mo e wo kasa fitin so edi am just wo Isaac and Sample live on 95.1 FM live on Mountain 96.1 FM kind of so be following Onuya Sports on Facebook, Onuya Sports on X, Onuya Sports on TikTok, Onuya Sports all the social media platform. Now you said nyoma esite ene anopay. Can I channel to say me no any dijume and into ko Facebook for message etwo na yenjebre enkinkan emfa emao. Na you said nyoma ABC ako.
Onuya FM 95.1.
Yanshan Semana Nsempa so MFM Ghanaian players and nay one more swish company adia na di kan ya branch thing Eddie Abdul movement sesi am no kasi branch no efi Rayo Vallecano wonani achiremu e wo bobokwa wondin enso so Eddie Girona na a branch and ya todwa se mo bia so ntese ni age se okokosi kan Eddie ama Girona boboko no wo be jersey number 2 na mum de ten se we feel La Liga ni mu e call La Liga 2 ehona branch ne kwa kwesina kan Eddie ama Girona nene wo brand oni nsɛmtwofo din kono wa confirm se mo bia so nte so no Abdul Mumin no niti Abdul Mumin na nkofo nim no oye Kristoni na owo gide ewe radim na walk up okoe no ode aseda PS ne mass of radi sense so no na we pra ene o recover ya o make scored no na ye big emotions e kosoro edma no yentie abrante Abdul Mumin after so Johnny Girona nesma ori tudwa enso ehɔ no ebi.
Part of the World Cup was an amazing feeling. I think I had a very tough season before the end of the season to the World Cup. So being called to the World Cup was a great feeling for me. I'm a Christian. I'm a firm believer in God. So I feel like it was a testament of my faith in believing that God has a plan for me and just to follow the right path and keep doing what I'm doing and believe in God. It was a crazy feeling because I also have friends in the national team that I grew up with. So to share this experience with them was an amazing thing. And it was my first World Cup too. So it was unbelievable.
Abdul Mumin joining Popo Kwa one team and so at the Girona is what you to job. Ebin and Ano pay a day Emma Wakasa Fitian who don't each them and some fufro ma dear Tieni Abrante team at the Nicholas Opoku one also are joining UD Las Palmas. Nicholas Opoku were 29-year-old centre back. One also are joining Popo Kwa one team and so at the UD Las Palmas ni kasem ye papa sam no kasei wono so why pump here and run or passing the medicals wo hwe yememmia ne mfimu yememmia ne pachi yememmia ne bo na just branch na krado obesi akan e de ama UD Las Palmas bobo econom eno eye de free branch at thing e de ejapokuba Nicholas Opoku atena ye ba no pay ye de ema ewo kasa fitie no so still ewo Black Stars of Ghana players no Jerry Efrie wono so afi Al Kadesia ednani achremu ewo KRC Genk ewo Belgium Pro League no 6 million euros any sika bobo kwa wontin ede eye Genk etu eye ede ema eye Al Kadesia bobo kono Jerry Free or 19 years akola keto krama offense no wokwa kwesi aka wo Belgium Pro League no ono so assign wo be say jersey number 33 eno eye defi ono so atena ye eba no pay mete ema ewo ju me DNA so yento ansam no so no yamfia ni nkyeremu ewo Krobia Kumase Asante Kotoko Boboko no asye na Asante Kotoko Boboko no eguso esesi wo ho a se nneoma ebekoso ediamom ne season a ye ba be hyase e wo man yim no nneoma akoye ediama mbetema na Krobia Kumase Asante Kotoko wo mo head coach opinion thing enso ede eye Eric Tinkler ede nsema hodo bebre etmi ede atofam ni atiatia na nokwasem ni opinion ne smodi tu dwanom anoshipa opinion SMO biasonte se Kumase Asante Kotoko team no wo mo eye ahusese pa na ose okokotoko team na obaye no na enkrofo bi o ma sabi wo mo apro abon kankan onsu bambasa omo mbwa ma Asante Kotoko team nkan konko nanim osisa element rotten element no we getting rid of all of them now Krobia ebesi ni dadem abo adwumaso
to the players, but at the same time I'm here to teach, I'm here to help the players improve their game and ultimately manage them. You know, I think the discipline both on the field and off the field, obviously that was an issue when I arrived, you know, but I think we've dealt with that really, really well. We've got rid of the rotten element that existed in the club. And today you can see everyone is united, everybody's fighting for the same cause. And it's a positive thing to see.
You've got experience here in the team.
Opinionity ede Eric Tinkler Kumase Asante Kotoko coach no na opinion say wo mo ba be possessive based football na sa possessive based football no kreni pitch aye bobo Ghana ha no aye disa mo akuni adu pitches no so odin dodo o pass ball kra nya ye na amano ono coach Eric Tinkler said ye oba be ye adwuma dem Asante Kotoko na Kotoko players no Richard Boadu Fabo no we release edema Inusa Adams no so pia edema Yubet Jewu no so pia na te se Kotoko be bo pa o see a page no and this is South Africa there no and this is Tanzania there no a page is no
conditions are very, very different to what you find in South Africa. The pitch, as you're well aware, the standard of the pitches are not great, which obviously makes it much, much harder for the players. We want to try and play a brand of football that is entertaining. We want to try and play a possession-based game, and on pitches like this, it becomes very, very difficult, you know. So but I've experienced that as myself, having been in Africa, in a number of countries, and this is the norm, you know. So what we can't do is use it as an excuse. It's our reality, and we have to adapt, you know. And the players today showed me a lot of fight and desire to win the game, and you got to find ways of winning that game, even if it becomes ugly, because ultimately that's what it's about, you know. The more games we can win 1-0, the more chance we stand at finishing higher up in the league. Plus the confidence and the morale of the team starts growing. And today I think wasn't such a great performance, but I've seen us moving in the right direction. A lot of new faces, which is what you would have seen, that have come in. And now those players obviously getting an understanding of our playing style and the way how we want to play this season. You know, high intensity game, that's the type of game that I want us to play. And we had moments of that, you know. But the fight has to be there throughout the season.
Yeah. Coach Anitin Eric Tinkler is what you to general pay. Many Emma Casa Fidian Fian interest and Fufromo. Now young Conco Piemo, our crowd hearts of team last year. A better just a heart of folk no opinion thing. During a heading, Como former manager Eka, Emma Papedo Piemo FIFA the Tabo to has so my heart of folk team no moon to players. And Ra heart of folk officially. Omadu communication about Bontain says he can wait your queens Nina. Ediama a year opinion thing Eddie Rain Hendick. I'm a Pape says I'm no say there a house and then car into hearts of folk when you found Hoodie, when to me call Real Madrid, Echo Top Vinicius Jr. has it me call Echo Barcelona, Echo Top a year Lamia Mal, hearts of folk, a bit me out of players for now. When we try Queen's Nina, Eddie Amarin headache, and near phobia, and come with through Eba. Would we need some more Carolina United as well and so and pay the Ebony, Carol and Ra, and Alberto Jasa, yet the Tabuato, so Nina and so one swap, ye, a branch of Furnace Hana Camara, a branch of Carella Timino, na one more in the cabinet, almost as Canomuntia, Kai FIFA so said on the Tabu, Dimakum, Eddie ato Karela so Karela 8 top players 3 seasons a day anywin and no eye defo eba no pedi eba say Karela for so the statement aba so mo so egu so ye yini ajadia and no eye defo eba and no painti Karela for so say wo mo egu so efa the appropriate quarters no matimi overcome say challenge and no eye kakra efi Karela enso atnaye anope eba yete emamo ewo kasa fitie no so yede ani chirimu ewo oboase nano ada ye nra na ewie ye division 1 super cup no kofodia SMPF ehye baako ebusua drafts ehye baako dwede ne ba na we no na mysterious ebusua drafts IDK or say ID Pande eno maje John Edwaf your head coach wo mu win 5-4 penalties after game na end 1-1 next one to dwa after so munya the success story ewo division 1 super league koso ewo Lenkley Stadium ewo oboase.
Thank you very much. Just as I said in my earlier submission, it has to do with the players' commitment, determination, and tactical discipline. And I think that has brought us to this far. We determined to strive for success and probably come to the final and win the ultimate. And with determination and focus and concentration, I think we are here. And finally, we have won the trophy. It was a difficult game for both teams because 2 champions had met, just like Barca playing Madrid, 2 champions. And so you could see tactical football, great game, good passes, good combinative play, the tempo, the intensity. You could see that every aspect of the game was so very, very high.
Eno John Edward for instance what to General pay yade emma ewo kasa fitie no so yenwe yen komo no amano ne kakra na Brenton Dini Rodrigo Cascante wa Johnny FC Barcelona all kono also wasem tiawa edema Manchester City supporters.
Dear City fans, I found that saying goodbye is one of the most difficult things in life, but I'm going to try. It's hard to find the words to express how much gratitude, love and support me and my family I've experienced all these years. I remember how I felt when I arrived, signing for the big Manchester City. It was a moment of pure excitement. Wow, I'm going to play with Kevin, Aguero, Silva, Bernardo, John, and many others. I couldn't stop smiling. And then Pep, waiting to teach me everything from day one. Pep, I can tell you now, I couldn't handle all those tactics in my head. Taking my scooter into town for a coffee, walking through the parks, listening to Oasis, and always loving Manchester great rain. So City fans, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for the club, the fans, the staff, and my teammates. This journey couldn't be the same without you. My heart will always be blue.
Osisi say na kuma no be blue. Ene yesma Brenton Dini Rodrigo Cascante so di tuja. But etie for ira hosam say Jamal Musiala last week mu omo bo match. Bra. Omo bo match no ene Jamal Musiala etwa hweye. Musiala etwa hweye o. Ene ja Sabari ekoso no mu a womo edine call ye ma doctors ko hwe no ena no hoto no. Enra Nyame atoma enehwe teams no mo zone D ni na behia e sports center no so na no mo edi nkom no mo adwo manum ne ahwe se wo metimi qualify fi ho akode money zone a say de e mo aye de papa onua atena community league yen hia nyame atom na atomtom ya Saturday e wo Downtown Park e wo la na ye hu zone D no teams e be qualify na ye hu akọ complete ye quarter final phase ne bibia e so etimi akoso Mr Speaker any team no e to so Mr DJ yenko
na wonu eni ma yam paseo abe menye ni daso oni ei odine me ho 95.1 FM oni ya dine wo 95.1
95.1 FM.
Esukufo, Mumbetsi, Compugana back to school, Mrena Saba, shopping laptops, mobile phones, printers, headphones, power banks, routers, fridges, and then your man will be here with school nina. Yeah, more discount to our so equipping 40%. A free say ya equity 20th September. School asaye BABM. Na fi we die. Yeah,
But yenda munyina say once again. Eji, Jezi.
Kwame Appiah Kubi.
Yes, Eji, I don't pay the akoso no. Now, I think say by far no good boy Jumedi awodi di achichimu. Ghana ni biati asie by now.
Aye.
Now, mekan bibi kakre bi na yafa course no. Na maju take na fe yafa course no. Now, okay, paragraph 13 or say domestic gold purchase program operations have generated significant losses for the BOG, right? The Bank of Ghana. And ahano krano wankase gold board. Ahano ose for the Bank of Ghana, all right? Ose losses in 2024 were equivalent to almost $400 million. And in 2024, the domestic gold purchase program, no, Bank of Ghana, no, eboka $400 million. What it means, you know, say, so to say the Nameka say, aside the licensing regime, emphatically, they say, won't mean cotton gold or bontain, na unless I would turn my gold board, no. The financial model, koya ni first of finance, yenye sika di to gold, no, Bank of Ghana, no, ma PMMC ska, na gold board in Subaya, na Bank of Ghana, the whole year, last year, na oma gold board sikano, right? In 2024, PMMC ninso boka $400 million, right? 1/3 of which were related to gold for oil program. And this is what the IMF is saying, you know. And eka $400 million na Bank of Ghana no a record day and 1/3 of it, you know, was as a result of gold for oil program into the mobile sakano, right? Now in 2025, IMF said, or see in 2025, the significant scaling up of the domestic gold purchase program and operations led to losses of over $1.7 billion. And 2025 no arise to $1.7 billion, right? Almost entirely related to gold for reserve door purchases. And gold for reserve, no. Now, mind you, gold for oil, no, dear. NDC buy, omo ye no ne de ede free ho. Right? And gold for, reserve, no, anomugusu a womo ye. Now, OTA finance minister, even this year, no, womo better more gold, right? More gold purchases. And no. I say this amounted to a loss of 17% of the value of door gold sold by the BOG. Losses accrued on gold trades are a combination of service and assay fees paid to gold board, right? And they say IMF nature kwanya e kanefa so yeden eba. And losses no eba because of gold trade. Right, gold trade na material say one check your price in no year and san what ton one. And no obeboka all the losses beba. I feel also combination of service and assay fees paid to gold board. And gold board no eya saying methods ni nyina wia no so hoka any idea eba no ni nyina no eka ho. Then also discount on gold sold to off-takers. And another point in here say Yenzi off-takers ne ye omo a eba beto gold ni the free Bank of Ghana ne ho, right? And tebi a wo ye broni ufri eye Dubai na aba and United Arab Emirates na aba obeto gold na oba te said de obia akotwa de ayo srente so kakra no, right? Womo eba beto gold ni so womo srente so enti ye ma womo discount kakra. Now discount na wo de ma the off-taker na oba beto gold no de akwa abrochire no, right? Sa discount no so beyeka at the Bank of Ghana no and your friend is saying gold board because gold no what dada and sikabia or dia to be an what dada, right? Until you are expecting say either say obeton when ya unfaso on the back and na say obeti so kakra until a canibia eba no is as a result of discounter omu yi free the original actual price and kese omode yede omode ton gold no. And to the off-takers, or say exporters as well, and most importantly, exchange rate losses, right? And to adia bakwa, abanani genzi, ema ekane bamon so exchange rate losses, because se ye kwa koton gold na, ye koton gold no, aje dollar, right? Now this is the secret. Se ukita u gold, na u koton gold no. Uton gold na it might be say we are see German so no ebo the ton gold ne the prices were good, right? Oto we na oje dollar ne de ba because Ghana ye see the na jina, right? Na any dollar no ejina almost ninti no. What it means is that senka dollar no was through too much. That means uton gold na dollar biya benya biya no bana besesa ko Ghana skama anka benya mfaso bebre pa. But because the cedi has stabilized, cedi na ba be strong no. O the dollar no eba na wo sesa into Ghana cedis a. The quantum of cedis ananka first no benya no unya ne sabi. Right? Et said the ukra ebia $200. First, nanka ebia was $200. And ebia ubenya be 2,000 and 2,005. And ne ebia was $200. Because of cedi na ho odi abasurunti, ebia ubenya be 1,008 and 1,900 Ghana cedis. The American not here. Enti between first and nanka ubenya 2,000 no. Any near cedi na ho odi was runti yema 1,900 no. There's a difference of saying 100 cedis. And 100 cedis no becomes a loss. So what it means is that say dollar na ho den kofoma now converted dollar ukra dollar now was sandia bagana sikama because there is a devaluation of the United States dollar no it affects onso sika anka woton eni nyina no benya. What you say? And the IMF is telling you, say, these are the reasons in Tia Kaneye Eba. Right? And so I say losses from the spread between forex. Okay. So I say most importantly, exchange rate losses from the spread between forex bureau rate paid to purchase the gold and the cedi reference rate used for BOG accounting. Right? Enti ukwakoto gold no ukoto no in dollar. What the Forex Bureau rate, Bank of Ghana rate now the koto gold no so, right? But o babe account here. What converted dollar no e the abasidi and our account. So if there is a devaluation of the United States dollar, they are be affect your losses. That is it. Ubabiema or say okay, cedi references rate used for BOG accounting. Survey data suggests that Ghanaian artisanal small-scale gold mining prices are among the highest in the region. Again, Osha your gold prices now, it is one of the best though, high, right? Now, Obabima, or say the accounting losses partly reflect valuation effect rather than economic costs. And when it can be na gold board for them pese ombejia to muse, right? Gold board for them bejia to muse. Eye ni adwuma ye na amaka na eden. Aba. Good. Enti so IMF no catch there will say the accounting losses partly reflect the valuation effect. Enti wato gold na wie no wakoton a wanya dollar no ne wo besesa dollar na ko cedi na ho odin akosro no se ema wo beboka eno no ntimi nka se wo discount gold board akoto gold na aboka abana dem kan what say so it is part of the reason why ama gold board nso wa ho odin se na kanete de ya ne me nso me nyi ntumu se eye me madwuma me ye na ama carbon na yeden aba. Enti no eno no nyameka eno no ye gold board Bank of Ghana for ka because me sika wo de ma me no gold a wo se me nkoto no makoto ana me de abro ana mabeye calculation enti se Bank of Ghana wo koton gold no in dollars na wa akro ya wo ba because of sika watu egu economy ne munti usi deny strong enti wo sisa dollar ne ba aden na wo de be she gold board exactly
and now are you getting it? What's a gold board and for argument?
And the gold board for argument, a free. Say yeah, and Kadian Koye say a operational losses and a generative then automatically you can say
I'm also getting them a bit from
and what here this last but one part I say this accounting losses partly reflect valuation effect rather than economic cost, right? Economic cost, but they still weaken the BOG balance sheet. Right? An implied transfer to recipient of forex at the reference rate. And forex, what Bank of Ghana on asset exchange rate is our and so what set exchange rate edisika just to ensure say books numbers ni be looking good. Inflation will form a exchange rate dollar to cedi edwedifo meye dede enti bia we keep 11.5, right? enti ni nyina ye wo Bank of Ghana no so wo hyehyɛ ya emra kwan so ye wadwuma esese wo ye den wo ye enti se wo no ye wadwuma sa awie ama osi di na hoɔden ba soro na me ye gold board mato o diska na mato gold no me de abrɛw
na ne ton
mu no a wo kwakoton no say ni na abade a ene me ma maginto
right
so gold board no so argument
according to omo ton gold
according to omo no wo diskane ma wo mo Bank of Ghana diskane ma wo mo a wo mo to gold na wi
omo Bank of Ghana Bank of Ghana mom aton
o ton off take kan ba wa oye wo Bank of Ghana ho no ba to
wo Bank of Ghana so, ton in dollars a person so wo dollars
part of the problem I say IMF for the first report in buy no end of third quarter report part of the problem no was say because na year pen tem ato gold na film for so they will not smuggle because mind you
so Kwame before I bet you know utie IMF for report here the last paragraph or say losses have also accrued right enti efebino Bank of Ghana Majemosobo about Tiwe or say losses have also accrued in operations related to the domestic gold purchase program. So, notably gold for oil, right? Sterilizing the economy, the reserves accumulated using the domestic gold purchase program. The BOG's negative equity was 6.7% of GDP at the end of 2025, right? And the Bank of Ghana aya amasidi na jina na yese abena anytime bia dollars ewo system ni mu no ewo form no ana eswa no right nipa dodo na epe dollar edi omu juma no nipa dodo na chesi dollar kakra na ewo system ni mu no enti eba ni sa ema dollar ne bo yeden right a demand and supply basic principle in economics right when supply is low na say demand higher prices of goods and services rise right say supply na demand wo for ma niam abo be good enti the Bank of Ghana ni ye ni nyina na ye say because me ton gold no makacho say botae no first no ya sha say ye to go na emi no gold for oil and a gold for reserve gold for oil na ye NPP aban na ye ben this aban yi they are not doing good for oil into mo ye no na to atwene say wo mo ye gold for reserve enti ye nto gold ni emfa binsi or Bank of Ghana edru mre mu aye den a na ya ton gold ni be na de age dollar na de dollar na ba system ni now you will be a friend sterilization ni say Bank of Ghana ni kura dollar enti every month recent times this month Kwame omo pompe ya he
1.5 billion
1.5 billion so this month in Bank of Ghana say or the dollar to the tune of 1.5 billion and the egu Ghana economy. What it means is that the supply of dollar, right? Abasro dollar no system ni mu bebre. Enti dollar nye scarce. Enti when dollar no supply no was not even demand for dollar and so was you come to the equilibrium point. Right? Se koye na dollar no dodo na ne system nim the all system nim ye kakre but womo a demand for dollar no so do so there then you say dollar no be cost more than the cedi right and they say ya Bank of Ghana no ato $1.5 billion e the egu system nim no say there is enough dollar and $2 per dollar be a obey den obenya bi enti bo a wo de beto dollar na ye den e wo form right enti IMF no e catch there will say sterilization na wo Bank of Ghana wo ye no eno nso ka ho binti na won so wo ye den wo bo saaka no
okay
eno no your friend no cost of market operation omo enti unya ye saade ni nyina wi a wo ye den akabo no so be ye den ebeba right enti saane ma we nyina na kabo mu a ema eka ne ye den eba because what to dollar na go system ni unso ko ton gold a dollar na wo de koje enti wo koje dollar ne ba e bia wo ko ye what ton gold to the tune of $10 billion first le bia wo convert $10 billion a and number de wo ho so billion Ghana cedis but then because I would dollar no ahwon intino wo ko to asa sika na nka first ubenya no unya ne sa bi
unya sa yeah and was sure sa
enti samedem finso ni team ne say yede wo discount ma say yenkoto gold no yakoto gold no dia brew enti say wo kwakoton Now Bank of Ghana no ye oniema say now be boka emfasa aka ne meye den emeshe.
Okay, hono. So you remember say the whole idea behind gold for reserve is we are trying to mop up all of the excess gold in the system to also to avoid smuggling. Because mind you, na enkofo be complaining say Ghana buying eto gold na or turn of fofo into omo the be fa the other places elubo na they no more cotton outside into because of smuggling. Now because now you hear a lot of the gold in our reserves. Say ne be Bank of Ghana the be argument, now ye pentema tono in term dodo. That is a certain section of the IMF reporting on third quarter report. Into now ye pentema ton in term dodo. As a result of that, ebia because ideally be 10 cedis. Because Monsieur say Obesmago they are considered 12. Into at a certain point we bought them at higher prices because we needed them.
Discouraging.
Near their reserve.
Right.
Media pump here. Yes. So also to incentivize omo ton.
Right.
No omo jemu dia mind. And also because omo ton so omo shada kipi. Omu kipi na say world market price no more smuggle dia kwa outside.
Aha. Pe bono otimi ota.
Exactly. It's world market price no start issue na or dia kwa outside no akọ smuggle akoton outside. Aha. So that was what they used to do. So in the quest to stop sound money nyina no. Oh, to also money sky mu du kakra tin be awon sabetimi. So that was what they used to do. So in the quest to stop sound money nyina no. Oh, to also money sky mu du kakra tin be awon sabetimi aka.
Ebe kan intem.
So all of those operations, and then another thing, so I mean, the term accounting losses. You cannot record losses if you don't do accounting. Accounting and then profit and loss. You cannot record, so I mean, the term accounting losses. You cannot record losses if you don't do accounting. Accounting and then profit and loss. You cannot record losses if you don't do accounting. So every loss is through accounting. I don't know, political jargon, so accounting losses, one losses in your political jargons. You can't record losses if you don't do accounting. We expenditure, fee, revenue more. It's either a profit or a loss. So that is how can we make losses. Until a loss is a loss. There's nothing like accounting losses and spiritual losses and loss be a loss.
But Nana Kwame with so with the analysis we are doing, the what money this week at Chimono. According to the IMF report, any reasons to why to say yenya losses no, it makes sense. I understand gold board kakra.
Yes.
I say no. The understanding is that Bank of Ghana should accept and gold board and so accept it. Man gold board
that's the first step. Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana. Non tias say me from we enabia me so me ya man ni nti te said ya wo kan ye pentama to free enko fon se man sa no masma go dey akọ outside akọ akoton enti ene kwan ben so na be timi am monitor wo beto no at a price and nipa na ni beje ho but still na not to discourage nipa na say obekọ akoton na Bank of Ghana so te said Mr. Speaker kan say be a pedimpa.
Then there's also supposed to be
$1 to CD rate, no. It's only penny.
We are supposed to get to even a point, gold board, no. If I believe so, sir. If we consistently make as much profit as we say we make.
In fact, this your more project is on being at $12 billion.
And you make it our profit now. It is very good. And why do we not in our buying of gold no I don't know see a sanko just Bank of Ghana
because we make it profit
so
and no maybe I Kwame wo ko no
I will say to me do a certain point gold board now
independently
maybe I wo ko no one gold board no bar last year no na a novel na nya ade a wo hodada right
ashase
ni mu no na wo hia se ye be so na amaniska no right mene wo kase there is a new financing arrangement say any Bank of Ghana na ema gold board sika
that would be the best
that would be the best that way so
as we speak under the new financial model no And
that would be the best.
That way, so
as we speak, under the new financial model, no, and your gold board, and your Bank of Ghana and Emma gold board, CKB, said Jessica we go to gold, right? They've come to a conclusion, say, Abai Bema gold board nisika. They said the Abai government agency BR Sikano.
Sikano, yeah.
And I don't know will come from the Ministry of Finance, either through the consolidated fund and I say whatever, right? Now we're multimedia. And I say Abai subet me aka say, okay, so we'll make it ABR. $10 billion there, right? And the ABR for over ABR $6 billion. Now keep the $5 billion for your continuous trading, right? Good. And no, a buyer will be able to stand. So okay, I finish us and this amount. And I finish when I'm saying a couple saying and I think that is where we are going now, right? And utie Sami Jemfinso argument, you know, and Rami who said we posted the audited reports, right, of their financials. Walker said, Auditor General no crab you know, as part of Omo operations, the Omo Moka, right? Good. And we share Omo quarter report in for year 2026, first quarter report, K1 na. They tell you how much money they made internally. Any sikakra Omo year then. Almost spend their internal generated funds near there, and how much they spend. What it means is that manage expenditure prudently in a very effective way. And this is the argument. Because in fact, $1 billion bet me maternity was. Maternity was, you know. $1.7 billion NNC. Sa politics na ya na mpesi ejai asem ne ba ye nkyire magana ni nye den entiase na mo confusion ne mo politics no mo fanto nchen because we have a nation to govern, as simple as that. En komo akese a wo mo di a wo mo keka de bebrebe ni nyina no gold board adwuma a wo ye nyina no eni IMF report ye no amu an ya kenkan a these are the arguments.
The politics aspect na ye attach it to this na it's worrying.
These are the arguments.
The politics aspect na ye attach it to this na it's worrying. It's not bad to highlight on the fact that Good Board are making losses, you know. These are the losses are Good Board making here, and it was due to this and this and this and this and that. I be the IMF reports nechi say no politics but when him said the can in Mr. Speaker adeba kwa ba si mitwe say me crampo at the end of the day no I think say senka ye crampo ye see blame ye wo mu say kwa ni mu no wo say there's a new arrangement of finance and besesa but enka wo dwen ho crampo anka na Kwame any say losses ne crampo no ye de kwa Bank of Ghana enka ye nchempo kra was a Gold Board the funding ina because I'm also thinking that wakwa kojiska de kwa koto gold ukwa kojiska te say the Mr. Speaker kan ye fasa city to dollar rate no ento baby mama osika enti hedge na wo be no se wuma weni da ona timi ye ni de abetinya to gold ne dodo na
Gold Board ne say
ama menya misika ama
Gold Board ne say opposition minority start here an argument no be adi free ban e ho na no mo de free ban say Gold Board ne nye hedge, right? And then Sami Jemfi went on Joy News and said say san komo na minority for ne de ban nyina wo mo boa hedge no omo Gold Board omo ye, right? Enti at any point in time bia no omunim said they are selling it at a particular price, and they even advise say wa we tier 2 holder wo no yama alliances wo to gold no kra de ama aggregator no won so kra na say we hedge said they be ya won so won ton ye den emoka, right? So hedge no ababe part of their operations. Enti say obi tina baby ka say Gold Board no enye hedge na enye no kre, but simplicity all these issues are able so IMF no so listed here, and not only the reason I can never. So according to the Gold Board, say Bank of Ghana me 1 billion Ghana cedis 1 billion Ghana cedis make sure say and who gold na me de day me de bro. They make cannot say say kwa koton na okobo wo kadea eno no nyamia me wo se me nkoto gold na me famro makoto de abro awi. Medumesi. Ba men kwa homa ne somra na memfa.
Me then still na ma de
Me for few calls and
Madia me tanta wa baby che said Mr. Speaker wo kan komo na me do. Hedge no be. Ma me de ne say o tactically wo be hedge no be hedge in such a way such that your more 10 million wo kan komo na me do. Hedge no be. Ma me de ne say o tactically wo be hedge no be hedge in such a way such that your more $10 million grandpa se fa to go da. Wo betimi ato go da. Wo no one the best am cho. Wo beto anya so fa so bubuja. You understand?
But mind you,
it's ankasa what the ama me ye hedge no ye anything.
There be they make an on tease. Hedge ne say. Nipa na auto gold no. E de ama gold board no. Right? Oko gold board website omwachre omwachre price ID to gold e wo Ghana. Anope bia wo mo chire e wo mo website. Enti wa wo to gold necessary wo hwe. Good. Sa na gold board nso to de afi ho a ono nso ye mindful of ebo a ode ye dey ode to no good enti so ono no ye ne calculations nyina make sure say obeye ne pepepe a se oye sa de ni nyina awie no de brewu wie a ono no pese o che say o koton na losses ba emfa mehye no 0556692445 ma me for few calls ansani yako. Hello, good morning
Mr. Speaker.
Collins, I say.
Pardon, Mr. Speaker.
Mamu ejina so ache. Mami too.
Enyashi kura because na me campaign manager my bra page mu na what church mu ma wati ase yi. Aha. Eno ntia ana na me so me jina so na me pese me hu ni eko. Nti se ye kon say ya Mr. Speaker. Emboa asoman. Na obi baby sase so. It is a Jemfi as you Edima gold board and run a PMMC no. Any ne Adani gold board no and are your Tayana. The answer is no, because who share minority leader affinoma access sabi Sami Jemfi Diomo Kebia a bimbada. Ya woman was highly what church Bank of Ghana last 2024 thereabout and broke up with a huge amount. Over 400 million each day. And ye may know we see country as a Ghana and fire. In the gold board, ye from IMF, say 1.7 million, a bit $22 million. And in your oh, and
IMF say $1.7 billion and a million.
Billion, fine. We did know. After your marking, what's in your car? And now ye bar, and yes, I made you finish bail out there. And yeah, dear. Which means I do boni bikura NPP in the whole say modi I do fee sebi and modi tie abrantiano for nothing. She nation of any economy. It's a stable. And one thing that now we can it's imagine the gold ball papa campa. Say ye kata say NPP say NDC pa better pam near the NPP better babang dia in Kagana and say
Collins made us offer from 0556 6924445 0556 6924445. Memfa of course ne kakra. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacha udini baby akase free na bonete umame.
But the abuaje face 25.
Mami ntie we abuaje.
Yo. Another more video bi ho asem fasa. Nya the time e kwaso otita no.
Aye.
Yeah, na moya the pa. In fact, send at the time and you may see Kosono. That video some there. In fact, send a music cast and manager Mopa. A police in the banner Zudian. There's that move on count. Now, I buy a Juma no Sunny or Moya, no necessary Sunny or Moya. In fact, Anna, a good.
All right. May I say offer from 0556 6924445 0556 6924445. Memfa will call. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Udini baby akase free.
Mr. Speaker, Abu
Mami Tiewe.
Good morning.
Good morning. Udini baby akase free.
Mr. Speaker, Abu
Mami Tiewe.
Mr. Speaker, where the Papa who pen and person the chairman to us.
Me time so on Tibu town.
Samdona, where the Mechana or Minipa Baku Pen and Peasant Mechana Metwas Catray.
Me time so on Tibu town.
Samdona, where the Mechana or regional organizer or Montoman. Mr. Speaker, Phil, once and some more church, Mamma Smithia, and say, Namasi and Kanokure. Speaker, open there, one Mamoska, Sefa Kota, Debra, Nanaman Cotton. No Kota, the never boom, Kota and Pepe, their mammy. Namimira Kota Boka, Nakame the Swaw and Cobepene, Pacho, Cobepene. So the scanner made the man, why did Wakota then the Abram Pepe, Minamakoton Boka. Nama come over because the speaker, Una Boka, Oden Cobepene, no so open. That is the question of the year. Some days that good bone was open. I don't know the toy or the blower. Look why I quoted this. Oh, that's it.
I will make that say from Ra. Nah. Achimota enclave no old station edeba new station ne soro ho ede kofa Gimpa stretch ne so nyina na kromfo ha wo mo adwen pa enti Enra district crime officer de to manim na makache ne se beboa mo fight enti free Koi no yebeye campaign ya de support police for no na wo mo hwim krofo phones ne krofo ba na wo mo agye ama sese kura de yese ka ne movie kura mo yete se de wo mo joge no na ubehu ani se ya bie do ebo ne de se wo mo agye se wo mo ye no police for ne chibi ade ageli
no wo sesa nsemu
enti se wo mo joge ya ubehu ani se ya bie wo car ne do no unlock na ye tampa na we wa jump wo no ko enti mame mo abaso se ya solve issue no enti ntokwa bia ne hobi me na mo ase ASP boa any ni team ni nyina na no pay me no mo ase
ba mame nka we enso so ansa na ne apanfo ato aso onse ade ba kwan ya na meninje ho wo Ghana ho ne se you see enra no ye bo echi kan ho asem na de o mo hu so ko yi woni Mr. Speaker na afei de ye put interest in wasama what ya ba na e de etwe but this shouldn't be so
enya ne sa ho so me call no mo ka kire me say baby am bo wo mo dey no new terminal ho yes say wo mo ranks right entina maninye ho nankesa say me ba commander nkasa ho na me be report say o ade a ekoso no
eni okay
maninye ho nti me je me form so otu mu
so ajo di atu say no wa report ho
say me report me ho nti adopenso maba ma me mo Ghana fo amane na me san report me ho
e so wonya ho say gold board on asem ne ba wonya ho say gold board on asem ne ba be atu no apɛ solution
no apɛ solution na be comedy me nye gold board na me dey nipa nti me ye nipa so dey inform so wo me nti Endra no na commanders no edemi call school kakra no mjo Kwame ade wo ba crime officer district wa ankobeya ma ka district commander kra wa ha obehwe me bia fine na ba jom so me po mo achew
enti no pa chopa ya je inform so
no
we say going forward ye be ne mai going forward
ayaye ni ye kra dada enti no
because ye empene no na neither boiling or roasting ye be ne kama ma ne mai camera say
Pampio.
Enti yebo police for number so yewi abedwafo number
congratulate ne
o say
congratulate
na tobo ase na me senior no say no enti no buy wa be ro ha no pay enso course ro he minim so congratulate na mame mo me nua abaso na meni ni nyina na call Gimpa law school abina no me senior no di manim ba ko ana ye call law school nso kire made ni bia ai ni no to kra me yusubi ana ye call law school nso kire made ni bia ai ni no to kra me yusubi
obisa solo say what say
oze
wa chama do obisa solo say what
November say okoba no ana
wa bring pa alampai dia solo uyi politics ni bibia to nche
alampai sha ti say ba kokura ko gunua ba ko aton wa kwakwatro law exams a wa fi
na wo so dia ye ka alampai asem abona ba so na bibia di free me Janet anope enti abana
ya so hopes na do ya so sisi abeso law school
no what to say hopes na abeso law school come asem mai mo mic na free na mame mo alampai abaso na me mani trinkwa me congratulate no we wie part 2 no enti dia ka ne say your best ceremony near calling it to the bars. You say, na me money trinkwa. Me congratulate you no. We part 2 no. And to the aka and say your best ceremony near calling it to the bars. You say, oh yeah, October, yeah. And why a lawyer in waiting. Yeah, the Chinese there.
Very good. Alampando,
now I become a list of lawyers. You know, you see a lawyers in Kwa. Was it? Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Speaker,
I mean, sure. Mr.
Speaker, what do you need a brand new pie?
September,
Mr. Speaker, I'm fancy. I can see. I'm the head of the judiciary. You are Chief Justice Bafo Boni. Oh, say, or Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Obiabe who didn't opinion. But the point over here is that he remains the head of the judiciary. And that is not in contest.
What is your position?
Namenchia Abidjafo, and your topic for discussion. I'll speak to it. Don't worry. But your topic, I'll make us about it. Don't worry. Namenchia Abidjafo, Minia Benghazi. Mr. Speaker, you see Obidowa. No. Benghazi Achreme. Namenchia Abidjafo, Minia Benghazi. Mr. Speaker, you see Obidowa. No. Benghazi Achreme Odopa.
Oh, I love that.
And then, Mama, clearly, I admire your brilliance. What else? I admire your brilliance.
We are so waiting in that jump. How can I?
Wait, David. Don't mind.
Me from Mommy, but don't underestimate me.
Your conto.
Declare your interest.
Declare my interest.
Declare your interest.
Declare my interest.
I see.
Mississippi esita. Na Mr. Speaker, memo wabaso no abeda for. Mana wahano actually say your motivation is so high. So what warranty would those things now? Yeah, I am worried, and na ye should be. Nah, ya koswa ye juma. Mr. Speaker,
pipe I don't bet you fish. The pipe I don't bet you fish.
Pipe no. The energy and one no
pipe I know you fish or home.
So
that's the one who moves baby.
When guys are watching.
Mr. Speaker.
Now anyone want to say?
2 million near Rade. Obia no ho de no ho ato no so anani magu aseda no mamu ye den dan kura na wotu ani che asendua no so a ani da so etumi ba.
I see.
Anope mayenchia na yenchia wetifo bebia we fidie kesie no kokoduro na yensan so enchia era jomboadu the way a enuama kone de aye clear se sisi a delegate ni nyina ase ono no we expect. Says you see a delegate in Inasio, no experience.
Yes, more election in more than power.
Oh, so far.
Say, Boache
oh, Darby, and to
me, more election in more than power.
Oh, so far.
Say, Boache Jacune.
Oh, Darby, and to me, no crack. Oh, the Boache Jacuzziano, ne health near problem. I say, yeah.
Oh, quite mention.
Oh, now a panel call back by one brown to me could be. Ena Boache Jackson no problem a was see a delegate ni nyina ne won say on president Kufu onye fine on president Akufo Addo onye fine.
Oh how?
Oh yeah. Yes. Mesre
Ghana for say one for trotro.
Oh, me for trotro. Unyam penufo no mu producers no omum pagya makotia no. Because trotro me fa baako efi oyarefa eba bi see your friend is saying
atomic runabout. Na muna na omuti.
Okay.
And I'm fear atomic runabout. Me be straight to Afikiko. And also na ha no muti. Yes, inti natural say and upon most of these trot running in no ha no muti. And reason a woman in say it seems that you've been very objective. You've been very objective. And I'm more than a cray, especially when you read document. Near driver back coca say a host and wa being pound on gold board in some semi.
Yeah.
No more can say Sammy Jemfi gold board ya wakobo who kay say sikanu do na or the kwaye. Na ne yire papa ye no na me ka se memo mon kasa because I am a document no there is no part be a ka say
or this can be
ekokoye ne wife no ne papa ye no na me bom pa say ma ne papa nto sisi a because ne wife de no e no kokoye ye no ne wife papa de no koye ye no na ye nyina ye hu show no. Now, Mr. Speaker, yeah, you also say minus na do na as some medium fini man didn't ye. Into and this bill lose all the mining areas because Mr. Speaker, omoko to gold no very very cheap. No more dear omako akotona board. Now gold obi onim gold edume biano omunim so omudi moja. So say gold omudi moja ene into ni omo ndini ye ya. There is no way ya ubenya ehun faso. Mining areas no wakwa cheap price. This time mona mu determine prices no edema minus no. Omo kwa koton ma de nso a mo kwa mo nkonkoye den enkonkoton. MPP time na nya sa na tie. Tie this mining areas ni nyina no. The speaker another thing I mesre wono wa pam for abena ene Kwame munhwe mu mame. Ene the fact say gold board sisia to me ma Ghana water company